On November 20th, Texas is scheduled to execute Rodney Reed for a crime there's no evidence he committed.
Reed was convicted of killing Stacy Stites in 1996.
Reed is scheduled to be executed on November 20th.
This is a miscarriage of justice.
A new witness says Rodney Reed is innocent.
Former prison inmate with Stites' fiancé Jimmy Fennell says Fennell confessed to him.
It was what the witness says Stites' fiancé Jimmy Fennell said next that shocked him.
He said something to me to the effect she more or less got what she deserved.
Fennell was a former Georgetown police officer.
She had to have been killed before midnight. And this is exactly the time that Fennell said that they were together.
So why do top medical examiners, law enforcement officers, and even the Innocence Project believe that Texas is about to execute an innocent man?
If nothing changes, on November 30th, 2019, the state of Texas will carry forth their execution of Rodney Reed, a black man who was found guilty in the 1996 murder of Stacy Stites, a white woman who was 19 years old at the time. Now, you may have seen this case trending with the likes of Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, Dr. Phil, and even the European Union have urged clemency for Reed.
Forensic witnesses have all recanted, and there is really nothing left of the state's evidence that was used to convict.
Saying evidence, quote, casts substantial doubt as to his culpability, and that is quite frankly an understatement. Since then, more than 500,000 people have signed a change.org petition urging officials to halt the execution. Why? Well, here are some of the facts you need to know. Reed was arrested after his sperm was found inside Stites' body. He pled not guilty, and in 1998 he was convicted of murder and sentenced to death by an all-white jury. Now, Reed said that his DNA was present because him and Stites were having a consensual affair. Now, while the jury convicted Reed based on the DNA found in Stites, the murder weapon itself has never been tested for DNA evidence.
Its future is hidden in evidence from the past.
When they rip clothing, when they hold a belt with such force to strangle somebody, that leaves DNA. DNA that couldn't be discovered back in 1998.
And not to forget that renowned forensic pathologists have all concluded that Reed's guilt is both medically and scientifically impossible. And the state's 3 forensic experts from Reed's original trial have admitted on the record to errors in their testimony, which led to Reed's conviction. But bear with me, there is more. Since his trial, there is substantial evidence that exonerates Reed and actually implicates Stites' fiancé, Jimmy Fennell.
It came from Jimmy. Jimmy basically laid the foundation of the investigation.
Says Fennell confessed to him. Fennell was a former Georgetown police officer.
Fennell later served 10 years in prison for the kidnapping and improper sexual conduct with a woman in his custody in Georgetown.
Recently, more witnesses have came forward and signed affidavits adding to the mounting evidence against Jimmy Fennell. These affidavits include a testimony from an insurance salesman who stated that Fennell threatened to kill Stites while applying for life insurance. And as recent as October 29th, an alleged confession by Jimmy Fennell has came to light. While serving a 10-year prison term for a sex crime and kidnapping offense, Fennell allegedly confessed to his prison mate at the time, Arthur Snow, who is a former member of the Aryan Brotherhood. He stated, Fennell said, "I had to kill my N-word loving fiance." So with all of this cloudiness, this doubt, one thing is for damn sure, and that is Rodney Reed should not be executed on November 20th. This case has so many layers of ambiguity, so much uncertainty, and you're going to kill a man in light of all this? You can't undo that. This simply cannot happen. But you can help change the course. You can sign the petition, share the video, and make sure the world knows the name Rodney Reed, because it may help save his life.